Oh, dadgum, son. Guys, this might be a 10-pounder right here. Oh my God, this is a tank, guys. This might be the same one I just missed. What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna go over a few different baits that I use this time of the year for pond fishing, and I'm gonna show you guys the tips and techniques on how I use them to catch more fish in the fall and winter. So let's get down to the pond and get this show on the road. All right, so I seen a big bass over there. There's probably like 8 or 10 pounds. It was big. And the water is so shallow, I can't really work that blade bait right. I could not get him to hit the blade bait. So this is what I was night fishing with last night. This is just a speed worm. It's a Zoom speed worm. I got a 3/16 ounce tungsten. And I'm gonna put the link to where I get my tungstens at in the description down below, because they're really expensive, but I got a place online. I get them for really cheap. Cheaper than everywhere else. And they're still like 98 or 99% tungstens. I've got a weight peg right here. I've got my tungsten here. Then I got the bead. I've got a 2/0 hook. And you guys see I have cut this in half because the bass have been really finicky. They've been wanting smaller profile baits. But the purpose behind that bead is if fishing at night or low visibility, I can pop that weight and I'll hit that bead and make a really loud clinking noise. And those fish will come to it. And the reason I got the weight peg there is because depending on how I want that bead to make noise, I can move the weight peg closer to where it doesn't have a loudest thump whenever I hit it. Move it further away. If that weight gets separated that far from that bead and it hits it, it's definitely going to be louder. So I just kind of separate it to where I start getting bites. Play around with it until I find the right length and what kind of popping noise they want. Sometimes if you're popping it too loud, it'll scare them away and I won't get bit, and I'll have to do a little quieter pop with that bead to get them to bite. There he went right there off the bank. There's a big bass up here hanging out. Let's try fishing it real slow. See if we can get this old lunker with a square bill here. Oh, dadgum, son. Guys, this might be a 10-pounder right here. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. He hit it on the paws. These are tiny hooks. I got 10-pound fluorocarbon on here. Oh man. Oh, he come off. No. Guys, that was huge. Oh my God. I can't believe I missed him. No. I just threw it out and I was reeling it and I paused it. Right on that pause, he grabbed it. Guys, I've caught a lot of bass in this pond and that felt like the biggest one I've ever hooked. I mean, that thing was big. I don't know if you can see what I was doing, but I was trying to get down to the water because I'm fishing with a crankbait. This thing's got tiny hooks, and a lot of times when you hook a bass, you know, he'll have one hook in him. So I really like to keep those bass from not jumping out of the water to shake the hook. And I was trying to get down the bank and stick my pole down to keep him from jumping and try to loosen my drag. I didn't have my drag adjusted right, and he come up to the top of the water, like right before he jumped, he spit that hook. He was shaking his head on the water and he got off. I know it was like an 8 or 10 because I've caught several bass that are 8 to 10 pounds. I've caught 5 that are 10 or over. And every time you hook one that big, doesn't matter what you're fishing with, feels like you hook a log and it just starts moving. And that's exactly what that one did. At first I felt him grab it and I knew it was a fish. And then it just wasn't moving. So I thought it might be a log, and then it started moving and I was like, oh yeah, this is a big one here. So one thing about this bait, guys, it suspends. It's got a weight in it. It makes it suspend. So it's really great for whenever the fish are kind of sluggish and they want to stop and go retrieve. This is really a great bait for that. Guys, this is a 7/8 ounce ripping rat. Pretty heavy for if you're fishing in a shallow pond. You know, most ponds are 3 to 5 foot deep, so most people aren't going to be fishing with a ripping rat that heavy, or rattle trap in general that heavy, because it's so shallow. But I'm telling you guys, in the fall and the winter, this bait right here, the bigger one, the 1/2 ounce, I catch a bunch of fish with that. But normally if one hits the 7/8, it's a bigger fish. And depending on how the bass are acting, depends on how I work it. You know, sometimes I'll just crawl the bottom with that thing really slow. Used to, I would throw this 7/8 ounce on 17-pound fluorocarbon. And recently, because this was my flipping setup, I just took a little monofilament leader and put on there, tied a ripping wrap on there, and I started catching so many fish like this. So I haven't switched my setup. I kind of stumbled on it like this by accident, and I've just been staying to it. Keep doing it. Guys, if something works, then why stop it? Oh, there he is. There he is. Hope you guys are watching that, how I was working it. Oh, stay down, stay down. I was reeling it, and then I just kind of paused it, and he grabbed it right on that pause. God, these fish are on fire, guys. I never catch this many fish in this pond. This is crazy. I think the best day I've had in the past year for bass that I've come down this pond is like maybe 3 or maybe 4. I don't know what it is today, but they are fired up. This is like the 6th or 7th one I caught. Now, he isn't that big, but they're so much fun whenever you're catching with a crankbait. Plus, on top of that, I've got this braid on here, so you can really feel the force of the fish with that braid. No stretch, you can really feel it. But right now is what I'm doing, and what I did to get that bite a while ago, I'm kind of pumping it. Sometimes I'll reel it, steady retrieve, and then I'll stop it, pull it, stop it. I'm not just doing a steady retrieve. I've tried it and I cannot get a bite right now with anything doing a steady retrieve. They won't hit the blade bait, they won't hit the rattle trap, they won't hit the square bill. The bite I had with the square bill was whenever I paused it. They do not want it being burned right now. And I've got this on my Shimano SLX. So this is an 8-2-1 gear ratio reel. It's really fast. I've got 30-pound braid. I was using it for flipping, and I have 12-pound monofilament leader on here, probably about 5 foot. So that 12-pound monofilament leader acts as a shock leader, keep me from bending those hooks out, and it also gives that bait a little bit more action than what just straight braid would. Because this is a 7.3 medium heavy rod. It's got a moderate fast tip. Really good for chatterbait. Not so much if you're fishing with a rattle trap. Oh my God, this is a tank, guys. This might be the same one I just missed. Oh, he's big. He's big. He absolutely slammed it. Oh, stay down, stay down. He slammed it. Yes. That is not the one I hooked earlier, but that is a good one. Guys, he choked it. I don't know if I'm gonna get a hook back. Give him my hook back. He wanted that. He wanted that ripping wrap. Let's get a picture with that one. Oh, well, there goes that ripping wrap. That wasn't good. Never get that back. All right, it's getting dark and it's getting cold. That's all I got for you guys today. If you found any of these tips helpful, please leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see more tip style videos, more pond fishing. Just tell me what you guys want to see, and I'll do my best to get those videos out. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and drop a comment. Hit the like button. We'll see you next time.